Hey, it's your old cousin Jack with another episode of WoodCarving Weekly. So this week we're going to talk about tools and also about sharpening tools, knives, edge tools, what have you, with paper coffee filters. We'll also have some Valentine's Day projects for you to consider and give a shot at. And then we'll spin around YouTube as usual. We'll have some new blog posts as well. And we are like this close to 1,000 subscribers. Thanks very much, everyone. Let's get started. Well, have you ever heard about sharpening tools with paper coffee filters? It's a new one on me. And I can tell you when I'm searching the internet, I find all kinds of stuff. The good news for you is that I put links down below this video in the description of the video and then also in the comments section. So you can easily find all of the resources that I talk about during the episode. Let's take a look at this one now. I was checking out the internet and I came across a video from Branson's General Store, that's the name of the channel, where the creator is a leather worker and he's sharing a knowledge nugget that he picked up at his local leather workers guild. Not easy to say. Anyway, he takes some paper coffee filters, punches out a hole that fits the arbor on his buffing machine, right? And then kind of mashes them together to make a buffing wheel. Now this is pretty interesting. He says it works. And I checked this morning. You know, you can pick up a package of 200 of these basket style paper coffee filters for $2. So you could definitely make a couple of these buffing wheels. Anyway, if you've ever done it, let me know. If you haven't, check it out. So while we're on the topic of tools, we'll head on over to Carving is Fun, where Brian has a new video where he shares information about the Mora 120 carving knife. Now, for many years, Mora has produced the 120 and the 106 with a laminated steel blade. Well, apparently now there is a high carbon blade without the laminated steel on top of it. Brian got a hold of one in a carving kit that he bought a while back and just recently realized that was in there. Anyway, he's sharing information about the new blade and the new handle. He says he's happy with the edge retention, for example. He talks about the difference in the profile of the blade compared to the original 120 and also the shape of the handle. If it's new to you, you might want to check it out. Well, before we move on, I have to give you a warning. That's right, a disclaimer, and I have to read this very carefully. Warning: wood carving and whittling may be habit-forming and could prevent you from engaging in household chores and other unpleasant tasks. Carving is enjoyable, and you may be prone to sharing it with others, thus causing them to experience the same distractions from less pleasant tasks as you may experience yourself. Well, that humorous disclaimer was written by a man named Michael Keller. And in his new blog post, Donald Mertz over at WoodBeeCarver shares the information about his friend, Michael Keller, and how he coined the phrase, be carveful. And he also provides a definition, kind of a humorous definition that was also written by Michael. It's kind of fun, and at the same time, brings up some really solid points. If you haven't seen it yet, head on over to WoodBeeCarver and check out the brand new blog post. Well, here's the first of our Valentine's Day projects for this week. Over at Werewolf Whittler, the channel on YouTube, there are a couple of pendant carvings that are Valentine themed. And in this case, the creator shows you two different carving tutorials in a single video. She uses a piece of cherry and a piece of oak and takes you through the process of carving these two pendants that you can make into a Valentine's Day gift. The first pendant is in the cherry wood and features a little bird kind of perched on top of a heart. And then in this second piece, there's sort of a Gothic style heart with bat wings, also becomes a pendant. Now, she does a great job during these videos of explaining the various cuts that she uses. She takes you through the step-by-step, including the patterns, how to mark the wood to prepare, you name it. And, of course, the finishing. So if you haven't gone over to Werewolf Whittler yet, take a look. You'll find there are plenty of videos for you. Well, and since we're talking about Valentine's Day, you know, a lot of people give flowers for Valentine's Day. And over at Carving Junkies, Dana and David have a new Valentine's carving project. It features some stacked hearts and a little wooden carved flower pot with the hearts coming out of it. So this tutorial provides you with all of the steps, and at the Carving Junkies website you will find the pattern, and again how to put the measurements onto your wood, and then of course the carving process. Now Carving Junkies also provides you with the paint, even the colors of the paint that they use to create the projects, and these are pretty easy to do, simple and fast, and also pretty easy to switch it up. So if you wanted to do a 3-heart stack, you could do that, or you could make 2 larger hearts instead. So it's very, I guess, flexible in that way. And if you're headed over to Carving Junkies, you'll find a lot there. They have many, many resources, including this Valentine's project. Well, many people out there are familiar with Jordy Johnson, also known as Heavy Hands. His Carving Fusion YouTube channel is very popular and has been very popular for many years. And I mentioned several months ago that Jordy has started a second channel. It's called Beginner WoodCarving Arts and Crafts. He wanted a channel where he could focus on beginners and then also explore other topics beyond wood carving, other arts and crafts. Well, Jordy has posted 24 videos to the new site so far, and in his newest video, he's sharing some beginner tips about power carving. He's showing you the power carving tools that he uses most often, mainly rotary tools, different brands, makes, flex shafts, you name it. He gives you some really valuable information if you're interested in getting into power carving. So, if you haven't seen it yet, head on over there and see Jordy's brand new channel. Well, let's head to Montreal, where this morning Jason Hedrich posted a brand new video. Turns out he had an old scrap piece of butternut with the wood grain going all which ways. And it had a great big crack in it, which made it more or less unusable. Well, over the years, as he was working with his various projects, he had some dark color black epoxy resin. If he had some left over, he would just put some into that crack on that scrap piece of butternut. And as the years went on, he was able to fill the entire crack. And now he's using that scrap piece to create a topper for a cane. And it's a pretty interesting project. You'll see him go through the entire process using hand tools only, including a spoke shave, many other tools. And then, just as he's getting down to the very end, the final shaping and sanding, he uncovers another void in that butternut. But no worries, he just grabs some sawdust and some more clear epoxy and fills the void, slowed him down a little bit, but in the end, it's a really awesome looking cane topper. He shows you the finishing as well as the carving, and I think you'll enjoy it. Head on over there and take a look. Well, folks, thank you again. I really appreciate all your support, and the likes on the videos really help. If you like this video, by the way, you're probably going to like this one as well. So check it out.